What is good, man? It's your boy Don back here with another video, man. And just so you know, before we even get started in the video, there's going to be a bunch of guard builds in this video, man. Look, I took all of the best ones that I found. I'm going to just take a quick look at them. We're going to talk about it. We're going to get busy down in the comment section, man, kind of talking about what you see in these builds, what you like, what you don't like, man. Let me know down in the comment section, but make sure before anything else that if you haven't already, you go ahead and hit that like and definitely subscribe to the channel, man. I'm gonna be dropping all the best builds, news, gameplay. I'm getting busy this year, man. We're on that grind of 5K and I think I'm like 70 subscribers away, so make sure y'all go ahead and hit that subscribe, man. But all right, let's get right into the video. And we're gonna start off taking a look at this 6'2 build. I actually think this build is souped up for real, man, because with that 88 driving dunk, you do get a couple of different types of contact dunks. You get the small contact dunks because you are 6'2", and you get the contact dunks off 2. Both of those are off 2. I mean, if you don't mind off 2 animations, I mean, it should be good. I mean, in this clip right here, Anthony Edwards did a bunch of off 2 animations, and they look pretty smooth, man. So just let me know what y'all think about the off 2. Normally, I always go off 1. It just makes me feel better, man. But of course, with that 88 driving dunk, we do have to put up our vertical in order to get that posterizer on silver. That is something that we're going to go for later on in the video, so just stick around. Now, standing dunk, this is one of those things that if you have a build, I would always suggest putting some standing dunk on there. It just helps. Even if you don't plan on doing a ton of them, that is definitely something that always helps. Post control, on the other hand, if you want to be one of those cheesy big guards that does like a lot of those faded middies, which I ain't knocking. I was doing it a little bit this year myself. But if you want to be able to do that, I would suggest you throw some post control on your build. It's more than just a little useful, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's many applications where you can use post control, probably not on a 6'2", but you know, just give it a little something so you can get some of those standing dunks off. Maybe use your 6'2" to be in there drop stepping people, which would be absolutely insane for a 6'2" build to do. And here is the completed version of the build. You can see all of these high stats we got, man. You got a 94 3 ball, 99 free throw, which I think is a little high, but hey, man, if you don't want to miss them, you don't want to miss them. This is probably like the type of point guard that you'll probably end up facing a lot if you actually run Pro-Am or if you run in Proving Grounds. These will be the point guard builds that you're going to see a lot. Just trust me on that. But that 94 3 ball does get you pretty much all of the shooting badges on gold, like Limitless, Deadeye, Mini Marksman. Like, this build is actually going to be pretty fun, man. And in all honesty, the dude who's playing point guard on my team is probably going to make a build a lot like this. The pass accuracy is decent. The ball handle gets you something really dope, man. It does get you Hall of Fame handles for days, gold unpluckable, and gold ankle assassin. So this build is going to be pretty solid, man. The speed is high, the agility is high, so even though you don't have a lot of perimeter defense, your lateral quickness will still be good. And last but not least, we took that vertical up to a 75 to unlock silver posterizer. And we do have lightning launch on legend. We need to find out how good these legend badges actually are. I think that'll change the game quite a bit. If these badges are really OP, as they probably should be since they're so expensive, I think that would add a lot to the game, man. And this is just comparing it to an old build in 2K24. This build is nowhere near the same. It's night and day how much different, and it actually shows you within the builder the takeovers you unlock. This build gives you shades of Tyrese Maxey, Kevin Johnson, and Damian Lillard. I actually think, personally, this is just me, I think this build is like a Ja Morant build more than anything else. Now, this is probably one of the best 6'6" builds that I saw, because with that 93 driving dunk, you do get the contact dunks off 1. You also have a 93 three-pointer, which gets you gold limitless range. And if you use your max +1, like Double H was saying in the video that he made this, that you can actually get Hall of Fame limitless range on a 6'6" build. The only thing I don't like about this build right here is I will say that the pass accuracy is kind of low for me. I mean, I understand this is probably like an ISO build that you don't really plan on passing a lot, but still, if it were me, I would definitely want this build to have a little more pass accuracy. Like, the lowest that I would be willing to go, and this is before even touching the game, I would probably say about 75, man. The ball handle's decent, speed of ball is decent. This build isn't going to be like crazy fast though. So I mean, if you're one of those type of players that can, you know, you got your dribble moves down, you know how to move around a lot, this will be a great ISO build. But there's just a couple things that I don't like. I do love the defense on it. That 69 interior, I know That's not like super high, but you will be able to hold your own in, like on the interior. Got that 85 perimeter defense, 79 still with a 68 block. Now I have seen people with low block able to get blocks. Like, I personally don't think with a block that low you should get many unless the person that you're defending just doesn't have a lot of finishing, which, I mean, some people still do drive with low finishing. Then for speed, we got an 85, agility 77. This build does have a little bit of strength. I would like to see more. I like to put on my ISO builds, I like to make sure I have at least around like a 60-ish strength, just to make sure I can shrug off some of the defense. And then an 80 vertical to make sure that we get those contact dunk animations, man. Let me know what y'all think about this build down in the comment section, man. I will say this is probably the best 6'6" that I've seen thus far, but we do still got a bunch more builds to go. Now this version is the same. It's a 6'6" build, has a pretty fair amount of shooting. You got that 89 3-point shot. You don't get the gold limitless on this build, but you traded that off. You traded gold limitless to get Hall of Fame posterizer. And I do feel like for the players that like to get on that rim, man, for the slashing point guard types, this build is pretty solid, man. It still has defense, and you can take down the defense a little bit in order to put some more into the midi, maybe get some more speed or agility and strength, because there's a lot more that could be fleshed out of this build. Like I said, I just put a bunch of them, some of the best ones that I saw. I took them all, put them in here. Let me know what y'all think about this type of build right here. I think this build, even though it's not like super fast, the speed is at an 80. I do think it'll be fast enough to get the job done, man. I think this build would honestly be a crazy off-ball type build, like not the main point guard, but like a combo guard more so. Like somebody who can just catch the ball and get a bucket. Kind of just like a really solid option. We're gonna see how much speed matters, because if speed doesn't matter that much, then a build like this is gonna be pretty solid. But if speed does matter, then this build would be a little cooked trying to be the primary ball handler. So definitely more of like a combo guard type build. I really like this build. Let me know what y'all think about the slashing version of the 6'6" build down in the comment section, man. The slasher with the Hall of Fame posterizer. You can do that max +1 and get legend posterizer. I don't know, man. This builder low-key might be broken, man. Let me know what y'all think down in the comment section. And last but not least, we're actually looking at a 6'7" version of pretty much the same build. This build is way better defensively though. So with that 92 perimeter defense, man, this build is looking more two-way than anything else. Probably a two-way inside-out score if I had to guess the name of it, man. You know how 2K get down. They always got the same types of names. But yeah, that 89 driving dunk does get you those contacts off one. So that'd be real nice to see. With an 89 3-point shot, I feel like this build is going to be a demigod. The pass accuracy on this build is a lot better. Now that's something that I'm like way more comfortable with. A 78, that's pretty solid. I think you'll be able to get off some decent passes with that. The ball handle's decent. You know, you get silver, unpluckable. We're gonna have to see how crazy these steals are. Remember, they were pretty much just saying that it was the bump steals that were pretty bad. So if you can just be a smart ball handler, try not to dribble into people, I think you'll be just fine on a build like this. Let me know, are you gonna make a 6'7" point guard? Me personally, I probably wouldn't, just because, you know, I don't really like being a big point guard. I feel like it puts you at a bit of a disadvantage. But at the 2, oh yeah, I will definitely make a build a lot like this, just to be able to shoot, dribble, score pretty much at will, because it's pretty easy to score in this game. People are terrible at defense, and the defense is bad, man. Comes out of shades of Jalen Suggs, Gilbert Arenas, and Tyrese Halliburton, man. I feel like that is pretty solid comparisons. Let's see what this name is. Two-way, 3-level scoring threat. I say that's not bad. That's not a bad name, man. I've seen a lot worse in 2K24, man. Everybody was a 2-way, 3-level something, bro. And that was honestly pretty annoying. And last but not least, we do have a 6'8" version, similar build. You know, a lot more defense on this build. And remember, you can't make 6'8" point guards, so they had to go to shooting guard for this one. So you do have a 92 midi, and I really love the midi, man. And if this game has the same logic as the one last year did, where midi and 3 are kind of like interchangeable, or if you have one high, you pretty much have the other one high, then this build would honestly be even better than it looks right now. That 89 driving dunk, you still get those contact dunks, has a little bit of standing dunks, so you can get those as well. The free throw, I would probably put that a little bit higher, man, because free throws, as long as they aren't RNG again, I think they'll be pretty good. The ball handle's decent, the speed with ball is decent. So for these bigger builds, I don't have as much of a requirement to have like a super high speed with ball as I would for like a 6'2 to 6'6 type build. 75 is decent for a 6'8 build. It's not bad at all. It does actually have interior. I like that for this build. This build, it's a two-way. Like, it's a pretty solid two guard. Could definitely hold down the paint. Can probably play, you know, up until, I could say they could probably play the 4, assuming the 4 on the other team doesn't have crazy rebounding himself. You do only get bronze, limitless. I don't like that because I'm like I like to shoot a lot. So that's something that I always prioritize more than anything else. You have a decent steal, but you have an amazing block. Now this build is actually going to be able to get stops at the rim. I really like that. That's dope. Like, and they get eraser takeover. I'm sure that's like just a defensive takeover. That's gonna be pretty dope. The build actually does have a little tiny bit of rebounding, so you won't be giving up too much. And the build does come out with shades of Eddie Jones, DeJounte Murray, Alex Caruso, two-way, three-level shot creator. You know, I'm telling, it's gonna be a lot of those this year, man. The two-way, three-level something. It's gonna be a lot of those. 2K loves that three-level label. Like, they gotta do something about these build names, but they say they got a bunch of special ones, so we gonna see, man. But yeah, I'm happy to see that this ball machine is back in the my court. I don't remember seeing that in any other clips before, but in this Double H video, we actually did show that the ball machine is back. I like that quite a bit. But I'll catch y'all boys in the next one, man. It's your boy Don, I'm up out of here. But before you get up out of here, man, do me a favor. Like the video if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. And make sure you turn on those post noties, man. I'm going to be posting bangers all of 2K25, man. But all right, I'll catch y'all boys in the next one. It's your boy Don, I'm up out of here. Peace.